on how things go, we may be at risk of slipping backwards, which would be particularly bad. Hey, I finally got the 2020 Vision achievement. I don't know why. I was cycling the pit crew before the stream, and it just triggered the achievement. I mean, I already had 20s in everything, but I was like just swapping some dudes around, and it triggered the "you have a 20 in everything" achievement. I was like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know what made the difference there. I don't know if some of these 20s we have are fake because we're mechanic and it's being counted differently. No clue, but it did go ahead and click in. So, yeah, we got the achievement. Go us! We are going to be racing in Guildford today. Everything, I've advanced time to get to that point. Looks like it is going to be a relatively clear day with no problems there. We did finish an extra part. So I think two things. One, I think last week we had finished the suspension, but we're still... Suspension? Front wing. I think front wing. We had finished the front wing, but we hadn't gotten the reliability up yet, so I've gone ahead and installed that. And we got a new gearbox just came in. It doesn't have the highest reliability. Luckily, acceleration is not crucial for this race. It's useful, but not crucial, so 74% should do us just fine. Theoretically, Balky is still our better driver. She's still got the better ranking right now, so I went ahead and gave her the better parts. Our cars, of course, are still kind of crap overall, so we're not going to expect too much, but hopefully we can score a few more points. That would be nice. Kamei? The fixer? Kamei the fixer. I don't know what you're talking about. Sunny in the UK must be a bug. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. We have some sponsors to choose before we race here. And after this race, we're going to have 2 more sponsor slots to do. So let's have a look at them. 3rd, 4th, and 4th. So all of the target positions are pretty much the same and fairly unachievable for us. So really all we're looking for is the upfront payment. That's interesting. These two are equivalent, aren't they? Because this is more money. This is 3/4 of the money, but 3/4 of the duration. So whether we go Iceni or Condor, it's exactly the same. So the question is, should we go Iceni because it lasts the least amount of time and maybe we'll get a better offer? Or are we like, no, we probably won't get a better offer, so we can go Condor. Condor's only a 3-star. We might get ourselves a 4 or 5-star with like a huge upfront payment. So I think we go Iceni over here. Yeah. Most people seem to be agreeing with that. I think that's a swell idea, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Take the £750,000. And other than that, I think we're ready to go. Before we do that, we'll go ahead and check out the resubs that have come in, because I know there's been some big numbers here. Temporal Trash just resubbed for 24 months. That's a 2-year Twitch anniversary from Temporal Trash. Proxy Warkana at 6 months. The Original Pep at 41 months. These are a lot of Twitch Primes as well. Slate Gray at 11 months. Omni Zero at 7 months. Mongoose at 21 months. Stefan at 2 months. Cthulhu the Dead at 2 months as well. Yeah, finally catching the beginning of a stream. Plingle Bob at 18 months. 18! What a glorious number. Thanks for helping me through a tough time. Well, thank you very much, Plingle Bob. Every day you guys are here, you're helping me through some tough issues usually. Lowercase Row, 84 months. Lowercase Row's been here since basically the start, and is here almost all the time. Yeah, a 7-year Twitch anniversary. Only 12 more months to start nagging for an 8-year subscriber badge. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I got to get a couple more in there. I'm just really bad at, like, making cool little icons and stuff like that. 14 Teapot at 29 months with the resubs. Nordics at 79 months. Thunderous Calm at 12 months, a Twitch anniversary there. Rose Salon at 77 months. Yes, 2 7s indeed. And just now we got Garfy at 64 months. Nice power of 2. Biz DeFuzz at 16. Van Gunderson at 31 months. Demids at 20. Thank you very much for that. Let's race some cars. I don't think we've got anything else to do. We're ready to go. 38-lap race, very high tire wear, very low fuel burn. I mean, very high tire wear in the UK. What is this, like Silverstone where we're going to finish on 3 tires? It happens. It's going to be warmer on race day. Not hot, especially with the hard tires that we're going to be running on, right? Soft, medium, hard here. So no ultra soft, no nothing like that. I don't think the temperature is going to be a huge issue. It'll certainly be toasty on the softer tires. But that might incentivize us for sticking around to maybe at least the mediums over here. It might work out fairly well. And yeah, the very high tire wear. The pit lane, I think, is fair, is is short. Well, I mean, in terms of compared to the pit straight, it's fairly short. That might just be like on the map here. But it doesn't cut out any corners or anything like that. I feel like the pit stops on this course, this track, feel fairly expensive. So I don't think we're going to go with a high pit stop race, especially with a slightly warmer day. The softer tires might have a little bit of an issue with heat as well. So my sense is we're going to be really trying to hit around that medium tire sweet spot, which works out well for us. Monty's got the mechanic trait that reduces medium tire wear, and we've done some really good things with that in the past. Not sure what the strategy is going to look with... or for Balky. We'll go ahead and take the play sport over here, 7th and above, although that would be a pretty hard one for us to get. I don't think there's any reason to grab 2 hard tires. It's possible we might be able to one-stop by doing the entire race on, like, you know, doing a hard stint. But generally speaking, usually you can do something like hard medium if you're looking to do a one-stop, and even then the hard tires aren't terribly enticing. I think we're going to load in a fair number of mediums. I think we'll do something like this. Because it might be possible for us to do something like medium, 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 depending on the wear and things like that. And then that gives us 1 medium to practice on. This might be 1 medium overkill. That's entirely possible. That will also mean we're going to have 1 soft to practice on, and then 2 sets for quali, which will only leave us with 1 more soft. I might feel better with 2 softs, because it's possible we end up doing something like medium, medium, soft, soft. But I feel like it's fairly unlikely, and I think we're trying to avoid a 3-stop race. So I think this tire distribution looks pretty good to me. I mean, 5-3-1 I was partially considering, but because there's a possibility we might end up doing something like medium, 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 it might just work out perfectly. I kind of want to bring the 4 mediums so that we've got 1 to practice with. So I think that's going to be my plan over here. In terms of parts fitting, we already took a look at that, so we're okay there. I've cycled the pit crew, got the achievement for some reason. We're ready to go. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a very good engine, so top speed being crucial is going to hurt us a lot. And actually, we don't have a very good gearbox either, so I don't think this is going to be our race. Pun time. What's up with the ceiling? Ah! Dun, 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 dun. 38 laps, 38 laps. Boo, 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 boo. You didn't buy any booze last week. Oh, no.
Whiskey and chocolate.
Oh, Kumai was your pit crew member with the 3% failure risk. Oh, I see. Yeah. Whiskey and chocolate. Oh! Garrulus Cormorant. I know what a cormorant is. What does garrulus mean? Garrulus. Excessive talking, especially on trivial matters. Oh! I learned me a new word! So, Garrulus Cormorant, thank you very much for that. Loved your Vampires playthrough so much. Your storytelling for RPGs is sublime. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah, but apparently we're going to have to wait a while for the next Bloodlines. Maybe that's okay. Maybe we'll find enough time to get in a Baldur's Gate 2 playthrough or something like that instead. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you very much for that. And thanks for teaching me a new word. Berlin Viking. Hey! Hi, Quill. Here's a little thank you from my earnings from my first Soul game asset. Oh, nice. Thanks for the great content you make. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations. That's freaking awesome. Okay. Let's grab our cars over here. Let's see what our lap counts look like with these medium tires. What is it? 38, right? So mediums are going to do at least 12. So medium is 36. I think, and the thing is, because especially with the short cliff on these tires, 13 per might work out, which is 39, which means we work. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all with Monty. I think Monty's going to have 0 issues in doing a medium, because she can run the trait to reduce tire wear. With Balky, it'll be a lot tighter. We'll have to see what her tire wear is. It might end up being something like medium, soft. Or with Balky, we decide to throw in the hards. And then it becomes hard, medium. The hards are really slow. They are really slow. But it is going to be a warm day as well. It might work out better. Well, we'll see. We're going to practice on the mediums. And we'll practice on the softs as well. That's going to be perfectly fine. In terms of configuration over here, it is going to be a speed balance thing. Relatively low downforce. No, that's not true. The downforce is going to be somewhere in the middle of these ranges, which is interesting. We don't know anything about handling. For the downforce, what I'll do is the thing I typically do here is I'll go ahead and put Monty on one end over here, because then we'll know what direction to move in, because it's going to be somewhere in this middle area over here for both of their downforces. I think we'll start like that. Hard to drive fast on hards, that's right! Yeah, let's go. Take practice. Oh, stints. We'll start with the race trim. Nice thing, here it actually makes sense that, like, we're doing our race trim on the medium tires. Often we do the soft tires first, but we focus on medium tire, and then we flip it around so it always feels like it's backwards. Moving my face, moving my face. Move my face all over the place. Bring in, bring in. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we're a million miles away on just about everything with Monty here. Although, we've seen worse numbers. So, clearly it wants more downforce. By a fair bit. It's okay, not poor, but still. With the handling, we're pretty far out, and the speed balance as well. Well, we know that the speed balance is probably going to be on the longer side. The handling, I don't know. I'll put it over here. I suspect it's going to go the other way. This will probably go to, like, you know, awful or whatever it's called. But we'll still get the info.
It's whiskey and chocolate!
Gary the Cormorant! Hey! You can call me Gary. Nice. That might be a little easier to say. So we're great on the downforce. What we'll do is we'll tickle in a tiny bit less and see if we can hit excellent. Handling, so probably softer, and then probably longer over here like that. Something of this nature. Okay, go out. Boom, go. Bring in, bring in. Yeah, the AI likes to practice on hards because it doesn't, like, consume as much of the compound. Because they don't actually care... I mean, I don't know how much they care about anything. But you could just practice on hard so that you can get all your trims proper and not use up a real tire. If you don't care about getting tire knowledge... That's the thing. We care about getting tire knowledge, so we practice on our various actual race tires. But that's really the only reason we're doing it. So it was okay over here. So we clearly have to swing quite far over this way. Maybe not quite that far. We'll do something like that. I'll leave the speed balance here to see if it's still great, in which case the excellent is in the middle, or if it goes to good. So we'll get some useful information there. But Monty's getting pretty close. I did hear about the Stardew Valley board game announcement, like, thing. That's very exciting. That is very exciting. I like farming board games. One of my favorite board games is Agricola. And I've got another one called literally just the farming game. And I really enjoy them both. I know it's like not going to be on excellent anymore, but we'll we already know where the excellent is, so that should make it okay. I mean, I like all things farming themed. Okay. Purple, green, green? What do we had overall? 95%. Oh, so we're just barely in some of these zones for the handling. I'll give a whole notch this way. There you go. We'll see what that does for the speed balance. Although we're damn close. Damn close. Not liking farming sims would go against the grain? Boo! Boo! Boo villain! Boo! Oh, that was really good. Oh, that was really good.
Whiskey and chocolate!
So far, we're good. I don't know. I'll stiffen it another couple of notches here and see what that does. And yeah, right. We still know where the excellent is for this. So Balky's definitely needing another poke in here. Well, I'm going to bring them both in one more time. Whiskey and chocolate. Thrice-wise! Hey, Thrice! Oops. What is it? 3 Civ mods, right? Better lenses, spies, and trade. Am I wrong? Oh, on the latest Let's Play, I added Hillier Hills, which does definitely make them easier to see. Once they get the improvements on them, there's still a couple of situations where I've had the mouse over and confirm whether something is a hill or not. But Hillier Hills makes the hills hillier. It really does make a difference. Quill not liking farming games to be the last straw. Oh! Okay, so we've got a 98. What we're going to do here is we're going to tick in a little tire camber change to see if that gives us excellent over here. I mean, it's going to break the speed balance, but then that'll give us some information, and we can always revert to this. So Monty is now done. So we can go and just keep her out doing those laps right now. Whoop, there's we go. Nice. Stop. Guys, stop farming these jokes. Hey now! You're an all-star. Get your game on. Okay, so we can get back to our excellent speed balance now. If we just shorten this, that's a little too much. If we do that and lower the rear wing angle, and then increase this to bring it back to where it was, lower it a little more. There we go. That's basically bang on the excellent and everything else. So Balky is also done. You guys can go red engine. Heck, you can probably, let's say, orange this. So we're just going to wait for these knowledges to max out. And then hopefully you can get some quality and soft tire knowledge in there as well. Yeah, everyone's loving their setups. Well, I guess so. And bring in. Hopefully Monty can finish it, but she should. All right. Triple purple. We at 99? We are at 99. Very nice. So we're going to go out and do quality trims on soft tires. Perfect. Level 3, all the things. As Monty comes in over here. And, okay. I think we stepped away from the ideal here. Yeah. But that's okay, because we found out some things. So we went... How have we not still found the excellent for the handling, actually? I'm willing to bet the handling's actually in a pretty good spot here. We just have to fix the speed balance again. So we need less rear wing, and then more downforce added this way. Ooh, a little bit more rear wing, and then adjust the downforce. We're back on the excellent over there. Okay. So quality trims, boom, and this. I mean, if we only end up at the 98%, that's fine. Let's see if we might be able to squeeze in one extra lap here, depending on how it goes. Sweden will vote for its pick in 2 weeks' time. Its picks for what? Oh, wait, are you talking about Eurovision? Is there some Eurovision talk? Oh, Thrice Web with some gift subs. Thank you very much for that, Thrice. Well, I guess you're going to be coming in. Yeah. Oh, shit. Send out. You're going to go right back out for your quality stints. Yeah, the in-lap here was very slow because Monty had actually run out of fuel completely. 98%. Yeah, we'll just stay with that. Okay. Canada was represented once. If you recall who won in 1988. Yes, Canada has won Eurovision. Not just represented. Canada has won Eurovision. Sort of. Céline Dion sang a song for Switzerland, I think? So technically Switzerland won, but it was Céline Dion, so, you know. I don't know how you want to count it, but we'll count it as a win for the Canuckians. Yes, Switzerland. Okay, did remember it right. Oh, I guess you can bring in now. Not that it matters, the thing is over. Canada's best country in Europe confirmed. Canada better than Australia. I don't think... Has Australia ever won? I don't know. And they're in Eurovision like every year. No. It was the last time a French-speaking song won, too. Oh, wow. It seems unfair to let Celine compete. Well, this was before she was well-known outside of Canada. And even after that, a lot of people never really knew about her until, like, Titanic and shit, which was weird, because growing up French-Canadian, like, of course everyone knew Celine Dion. She was the fucking bomb, right? But apparently not. I found out afterwards. Like, now she was fairly unknown until Titanic, like, at the world large, which seems unfair. And then everyone got sick because all they could hear is the same song over and over. We will go for maximum performance. Hopefully we don't need the sweeter spots. We're going to give Balky the maximum chance to do well here by giving her the soft tire and quality trim setup. Over here, I mean, the tires are fine. The setup's at 99. That's going to be good over here. The tire's fine. The setup's at 98, which is all we got with Monty, which is hopefully going to be all right. And go! When you first started this game, choose more parts and build HQ. Never find balance in this game. 6-1, half a dozen. Because the parts, they carry over from season to season, like the numerical stats. So getting them increasing is important. But yeah, investing in the HQ is really good. At the start of the year, the chassis, I basically just got the cheapest to start with. But I still developed parts. Okay. So let the first group of cars go out. So that they'll get in a little bit of rubber for us. Alright, that should be hopefully okay. Alright, let's go! Yes, the plan is to use the mechanic trig for the longer medium tires for Monty. Which should guarantee that she can go medium, medium, medium. And will prevent her from spending too much time in the lowest performance band. Alright, 12th and 15th in our first go. Yeah, that is very much not good. Well, this is actually a short circuit. 55 seconds for a lap? Wow. That is quite short. I just lost some position over here. Other people going out for their second stint. We're going to wait for pretty long here. Alright. Let's do this. Possible to get lapped. Oh, I'm sure we will. Well, I'm sure some people will. Maybe we'll do it really well and we won't get lapped, but seems a little hard to believe. Which means we might want to plan on, like, a wonky fuel delta. We might want to plan for something like that. Oh my god, Roe, that's terrible! There'll be a lot of retirements due to electrical failures in this track, since it's a short circuit. Anyone remember the short circuit movies? God, I loved those when I was a kid. Johnny Five is alive! God, those were so good. Alright, so with Balky here, we're gonna go with the medium tires race trim. Because we're definitely gonna be doing medium tire stuff for sure. And the harder tires have more of a time, like an innate time penalty, which means this performance increase has the biggest benefit. Because what this does is, so all of a sudden, that's something I'm just realizing now for the quali. The soft tire knowledge is maybe not that important. Because if I remember correctly, and if I understood correctly what was going on when I was looking through the code, what happens with virtually every part of this game, there's like an ideal lap time. And then what happens is things slow your lap time. You know, if you don't have the best part in every category, your lap times take slightly longer. If you don't have the best skill in every category, lap times take slightly longer. But that includes tires. So if you're on the softest tires and they're perfectly fresh, you have a 0-second penalty. If your tires are getting worn into the different performance bands, you start to accrue a time penalty. Same thing if you're on harder tires, you accrue a time penalty. And when I was looking at this code, this 15% over here, what it did is it offset that penalty. So we were only, you know, if there's supposed to be a 1 second delay on this tire, for example, we only get 85% of that. So we get a 0.85 second delay. Fresh soft tires have a 0 delay, so improving their performance by 15% doesn't do anything. Now, it can still be important on race day to have it, because when you get into the middle and then bottom performance band, this will still offset something, but maybe it doesn't actually matter for quality at all. Maybe I'm overstressing about the soft tire performance. Now, I think we are still going to go with the medium tires for Balky. Because, first of all, there's a possibility she can actually go medium, medium, medium if we baby these things. And it's a warmer day. We may have to do a little conserve for the temperature. I mean, it's not tragically hot, but it's pretty toasty. If we can do like 13 laps per stint on these tires, well, we'll finish with a lap to spare. Because that's 39 laps, and we only have 38 to do. We only have 37 to do if we get lapped. So even with the wear reduction, I think Balky can go medium, medium, medium. And she definitely can't go medium, medium, soft. So we could go hard, medium, soft, but I don't think that's going to be as much of a winner. Once the track gets grippier, it has no, as far as I can tell from the code, the grippier track just makes everyone go a little faster. I don't think it interacts with the tire compounds. So I don't think it matters if we use our medium earlier or later. I mean, the cars have different weights as well because of fuel load, so they go faster and slower. But I don't think there's any interaction. Whereas in real life, there sort of is, because the way the weight distribution works and the track rubbering, some of the tire compounds will behave better in certain situations than others. But I think here it's a straight numbers game, and it doesn't actually interact with the other stats that are going on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to just pull off medium, medium, medium on Balky. It'll be maybe a little tricky, but we might be able to do it. We're definitely going to be able to do it on Monty, because on Monty, what we're going to do is, for knowledge here, we're going to take her light-footed medium tires, wear more slowly, and we'll probably just give her race trim overall over here, which seems good. We're going to start on orange engine mode, and I think I just won't press the tires at all. Monty might be able to push a little bit because of her extra wear, but we don't really know. Maybe I'll start her in orange, but I'm not going to do it at all with Chica. I'm trying to avoid 3 stops. It's possible that soft, medium, medium, medium is best. What we're going to do with Chica is we're going to start her off on the mediums. And then we're going to see how many laps she gets out of that. And then we'll try to figure out if we're going to stick in a soft, a third stop for softs. Like, if it looks like the mediums aren't going to last 13 laps for her, then what we'll do is we might push the mediums a little bit more so they only last 10 or 11 laps, and then we can do a stint on the softs. So we'll see. But we're going to try to be conservative here with her, because if we can avoid like a 20-ish second loss, that will be good. Because her final stint on softs, I doubt she's going to recuperate 20 seconds of time. So that's why I don't want to do the extra stop with her. Like, it's possible the softs are faster, and if we're pushing the mediums a little bit, we will save, you know, fractions of a second per lap. But are we going to save 20 seconds worth? That's pretty rough, because we'd have to save over 38 laps. Well, let's call it a 40-lap race. We'd have to save a half a second per lap to justify another pit stop. I have a hard time seeing that happen. And then the problem with an extra pit stop is then we have to overtake. You have to be really good and successful at overtaking to justify the stop, because you're going to stop, people are going to pass you, then yeah, you'll come out and you'll be faster, but you got to overtake, and that's a whole issue. We're going to do this to start with and see how it goes. So yeah, the stats are going to be split by necessity, in that only Monty is going to be able to for sure finish the 3 with some room to spare, which is also why she can do a little bit of pushing on her tire early on. Not much, we're not going to push like crazy, but she can do a little bit of pushing. Maybe just for the first lap while everyone's really clustered up, and we'll see. Hey, Nicholas. Just in Belgian schools teach you pretty much all the official languages, sort of expected Canada pupils to learn both English and French, whether or not they wanted to. They are. Students in Canada do have to take both language classes. However, the amount of French that Anglophones have to learn is often not enough for them to maintain any kind of fluency. A lot of parents will choose to send their kids to something called French Immersion, which is, yeah, basically... so, at English schools, what happens is you take all your classes in English, and then you have, like, a French class from time to time. And you hope some of it sticks into your brain. In French immersion, what happens, it's school for people who are Anglophones primarily, like as their first language, but all the classes and everything is attempts to be in French, so that you really immerse yourself in the language, and hopefully you come away with a little bit more. But if you don't practice it, it doesn't stick around. French, again, is my first language, and I'm terrible at it now, and it's because, you know, you don't use it, you lose it. All right, and we're off 13th and 16th, 12th for Balky, although may lose it again over here, yeah, because we were on the outside of that corner. That happens a lot with chicanes, right? Because you're on the inside for one, but you're on the outside for the other, and so it ends up kind of balancing out. Monty may lose a bit of a spot there. She's fighting. She does fall down to 17th, and then really got boxed in over here, but might be able to squeeze back into 16th. It is saying 16th here, but yeah, I was going to say, this green car, who's that, Fox, is going to get back in there as well, and now she's solidly back into 17th. Could have been an interesting move there, but really nothing's happening. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull back on her tires to neutral, just to make sure that they last. All these people with softs, and some people starting on worn softs, are definitely going to be doing an extra stop along the way, unless they switch to hards. But the hards are going to be substantially slower, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what kind of life they've got in here. We're now 15th and 19th. This is pretty miserable. I did forget that if we've got ERS over here, and maybe I should just use that. Where are we now? Well, this is sort of a straight. This is probably a good time to go ahead and double ERS our cars, which I forgot was a button. There you go. Valky sneaking on the inside of a few cars here, and a few more. Okay. I mean, of course, other cars also have their ERS, but 12th and 14th. So Monty's made up 2 spaces from the start of the race. Balky's made up 1. We're going to have to go back into conserve over here, but that's okay. Personal best in the sector, I mean, which makes sense if she did ERS over here. It would be nice to pull some more moves off over here, but we'll build up a little bit more charge to see what we can do. Invisible friend Danish. Nice. Do 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 do. All right. Oh, we did lose another place there. I think our pit strategy has a lot of potential for greatness. It would be nice here if Monty didn't get past. Let's go. I mean, there is an ERS boost, which is going to make it a little harder. But we can at least defend over here and maybe regain it. And the ERS is a little harder to get advantage of through the chicane. We at least defended for a while against 16th place, and maybe we'll maintain it there. Tires, actually, it looks like the medium tires are maintaining their temperature. They went up a little bit on Monty because we did a little bit on push strat, but that's it. So medium tires are going to be balanced for temperature, which means we're not going to have to conserve for temperature. Balky may still need to, because again, we're hoping... our goal is to see if we can get 13 laps out of these medium tires on Balky. Oh my god, we got a crash! Oh, not a safety car, dang. Quite early for a safety car. I think, here's the thing, I think... yeah, it actually would have been kind of unfortunate. It would have been great for Monty. Actually, it would have been great for both. I think what would happen if there had been a safety car, 2 crashes. Partanen and Holden? They're both grayed out. Oh my god! How is this not a safety? Holy cow! Simultaneous crashes. Unfortunately, neither one of these are our competition. It's Van Cloysen and Vidal. They're our competition over here. It would have been nice if they had crashed. But wow, through the death chicane. Yeah, I was going to say, a safety car would have been great. We would not have pit. We would have stayed out because it would have given us a little bit more life in our tires because you don't use your tires as much while you're under a safety car. And then we definitely would have been able to get to the end with only 2 stops. If our tires were more worn, then, you know, then we would have saved something, but we'll see. Wow, interesting. They're not on tracks with no safety. Okay, that's a way to think about it, sure. It got pulled back right away. The idea is, if the cars can be retrieved right away, you don't need a safety car. But in practice, where they were, they're in the death zone. If another car comes back later and goes off track, they're going to hit the exact same spot where that car is. So in reality, that would have 100% needed to be a safety car. 100% would have needed to be a safety car, at least under modern standards where safety is pretty high up here. I think we're going to ERS over here. I'll save it for Monty for next lap, maybe. Another big straightaway over here. Alright, let's go with Monty now. Just want to space out their usage a little bit. Hopefully Monty can get an overtake. Up into 7th. Got ahead of a little pack there, which is nice. Alright, and 11th. Claiming she can't get past Rib, as she's getting past Rib. Nice personal best with Balky. Makes sense. I mean, we did use a lot of ERS, and of course our car's getting lighter, so we're burning some fuel. Can they collide with each other? That has happened in race continue. I mean, possibly. I don't know. Oh, he actually gave up on the ERS before completing the overtake. That's interesting. Monty. I don't know if that's going to be enough of a charge to get through. I think we'll just hold on to it for now. It sucks when you use all your charge just to get up to someone's butt, and then you can't get past them. That's annoying. I could have used it a little sooner. Oh my god, double overtake there. Although Balky's going to regain at least 8th. Still lost position, although... Oh, no! She's going to keep the extra speed just a little bit. We've got the inside here, which is nice, but I think we're going to lose it. Remember, our cars are kind of garbage compared to virtually everyone else on the track over here. So, it's not really a surprise when we lose some of this. So, coming into a fairly decent straight section over here, I think Monty should be able to do... that 11th car over here. Who's that? Rib moving over to block the overtake, and Monty cannot get by, although she does brake a little later coming to this corner and is able to pick up 11th place again. But that was pretty miserable overall. Tire wear. So, we're completing our 9th lap now. Hopefully be okay. The cliff on the mediums is at 5%. I mean, obviously... Oh my god, another crash! In the same place. See? See why it's super dangerous over here? Because think about it, if you had 2 cars in a row, the one's there, they're trying to get out of their car, and someone just slams into them at 300 kilometers an hour. This is why that's a safety car spot there, baby. Because when the car's still in the death zone, that's when you need the safety car. It's not pulled off kind of out of the way. Well, I mean, clearly we're going to score some points here. None of these people are direct opponents, but, geez, Gravel Trap Car Magnet, yeah. So yeah, 5% on the cliff. And you can see that we've got tons of life left in Monty's tires. I don't think I'll push, because we still want to not spend very much time in the lowest performance band over here, because we lose more performance than we gain from pushing. Certainly we're going to be in the lowest performance band with Balky at some point. We're up in 5th and 7th. I mean, all these crashes might not be all that helpful for our end of season placement, because our opponents are also, getting really good placements. Struggling to overtake Lavoie. Really? You don't say. Listen, Lavoie's god tier driver. Just came out from the pits. I mean, yeah, she's on hards, but now Balky complaining about her tire wear is because she just entered the lowest performance band. I think though, so that's completing lap 10, and we are virtually completing it. I think we can get 2 more laps of life out of these tires, no problem. I mean, we get 10% wear. And we're not using 10% per lap. So yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Let's use some ERS here defensively, and Monty, go ahead and use yours as well. You might be able to do some overtakes. Just try to stay ahead of Lee here. It's going to be hard. They've got much better cars, but the harder we can make this overtake, the more we're slowing them down. Even if we have to give it up in the end, it's still going to be very helpful. Okay, we can probably do a little... Or I'll wait. I'll wait until she's in the lowest performance band to push. I think that works a little bit better for us. So, lap 11 complete. We still have 18... Yeah, so it's going to be totally fine. We're going to complete lap 12. It will be a little tight. So we really want to complete lap 13. What did I say, 18? It was 25% before, so we're using about 7% per lap. So we'll be coming in at around 11% left, which means it only gives us 6% to hit the cliff. She might hit the cliff right before she pits. I think it's going to be okay. I don't think we have to do conserve. Maybe a little conserve would make sense, though. Let's maybe retake this position. Excellent. Just on the last lap here. Yeah, 11%. That's like right on schedule. So yeah, we'll do a little conserve. It should just be enough to prevent us from hitting the cliff on Balky. Now, what kind of, are we at risk of doing an awkward double stack? Now, there's 3 seconds in between the two drivers, which means they're going to be fine, unless Monty closes in a whole bunch. I think we're still going to be okay for the back-to-back pit stops, though. Yeah, held up Lavoie for a little while. It was very nice. Okay, so we're planning to pit. We're going to go to mediums. We'll try to charge 50%. We'll do the safe pit. Use up a little bit more charge. It's going to be okay. You're going to box this lap as well. You got to go here. 50%. Monty can do another lap if I want to avoid the double stack, but she's in the lowest performance band of her tires. So we don't want to do another lap with her. We don't want to do another lap because we can get more performance if we swap tires now. And there's enough gap between them that there's not going to be any problems with the double pit stop. There shouldn't be unless there's a mistake. Why not charge more? I don't know, because we're risk averse. Good pit, good pit, good pit. There might have been a tiny bit of a delay for Monty there. Not much of one, but there may have been. We'll drop back down to neutral for now. Alright, 11th and 12th. No one really in front of us. There's a bit of a threat behind. 13th place, who's that? Wig. Who's on some pretty worn softs, actually, and is going to plan on boxing. What we can probably do is just save up a fair amount of ERS and do a big, big charge. It'd be nice if we were closing in on 10th place here, but we're actually falling behind. One more pit is all we're going to be doing. Here we took someone else in the pits, that's fine. Space-wise, yeah, we're not closing in on anyone ahead of us. 5 seconds. 2.4 seconds behind Monty and gaining some space. So right now there's not any kind of real excitement. What I'll do is I'll just wait here as Balky comes around the corner and we'll do the ERS. Just to close some of these gaps, and a little bit over here as well. I might not use the entire charge. I'll get them to turn it off at... Ooh, oh shit, there is someone who came out of the pits. Too bad Monty actually wasn't able to catch them. Who's that? Lee. I mean, Lee's going to be pretty fast. But, let's make a move for it here. A little bit of push as well. Because the AI may not be charging through this. There we go. Pop back down to neutral. Nice. Okay. Fuel Delta's getting up there. Yeah, that's true. Now, we think we might get lap, but maybe not. You know, we're halfway. I'll go ahead. We'll go to medium. We'll go medium over here as well. Yellow flag, no. Another... Completely different place. We have another crash. 4 crashes. Lavoie's out. Again, doesn't help us. What we really would like is Van Cloyson and Vidal. We want them to crash and not get any points. That would be the absolute best outcome for us. Wow, 4 crashes. I mean, the thing is, some real-life races do that. Sometimes I complain that there aren't enough retirements here in this game, especially mechanical ones. So Lee is doing a pretty aggressive boost. We're at 99% over here. We'll do that. We'll also give a little boost to Monty and hope that she can get a little bit of space with Lee here and stay ahead. Go ahead and freeze that now. Back to recharging. So Lee's still right behind Monty. Go back on the tires, because they were getting pretty hot, actually. Save us some temperature for maybe a key. Oh! Cujo cut a corner! So they're going to get a penalty. Holy crap! I'm placing it up in 3rd on some pretty worn hards. They might be able to finish the race on that, although it's not going to be going terribly fast for them. They'll drop down to 4th. We've got no one nearby. The closest person is Lee behind Monty right now, so that's really the action to watch. The birds do seem a little loud today, too, don't they? I don't know why. Maybe something about this map, they have really loud birds for some reason? There we go. Hitting possibly to pay his penalty here. Is he still in the pits? Is he coming out? Who is he? 6? Yeah, no, because that okay, so we didn't actually get to gain a position. So there's still no one near Balky. So we're going to keep paying attention to Monty because she's being threatened by Lee, who's following behind. I'm not worried about fuel deltas on either driver. Definitely not on Balky.
It's whiskey
Okay,
and
he's
chocolate.
Erzing, so we will counter with our own. Oh, he's stopping, so we will stop. It's back in, but through the chicanes shouldn't do much. We'll activate it here. A little bit of push on the tire. Let's try to stay ahead and keep blocking. Nice. Bring that back down. We got whiskey and chocolate. Who dat? Planko still, thank you very much. I owe a lot of money in taxes this year, so here's some $5 the IRS won't get. Are you charitable enough that I can deduce this contribution? Or deduct this contribution? Unfortunately, I'm not a registered charity. Sorry. I may be a charity case, but I am legally not a charity. Balky here, I guess we'll do a big Urz burn over here on this straight, just to use up some power, since there's nothing else really going on. And to keep an eye on 8th place over here. If Lee decides to make a move, we have to counter, we have to defend with our own charge. How much charge does she have? 65%, so she's definitely got a lot more. I think it's a she. I'm not sure. Lee? I think so. Alright, tires are okay-ish. Might need a better accountant. Vidal had to stop to do some repairs. That's nice. I mean, Van Cloysen's still way up here. They're probably going to have to do one more pit. Those hards are not going to make it to the end. So they're 2 stopping while doing a stint on hards. I mean, maybe they went soft, hard, soft or something. That might be the idea. Maybe that'll... Oh, maybe that'll turn in fast, but I'm not sure. Push, 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 push. Especially being on the outside of that corner. That's not what we want to see. Thank you. We can go ahead and probably just keep pushing on these tires until the tires overheat. Tires are fairly worn. You're going to wait. I want you to be completing lap 26 before we do that, which probably, just like before, probably means there'll be a tiny little stint on conserve for Balky, just to avoid hitting the cliff. Just that 1% more. Oh my god, over to... Oh, through the pits, probably. Yeah. Which... Is there someone in the pits right now? No. But... Up the defensive ERS. We will run out of charge first. They had more, there you go. We might lose it here, but that was a hell of a good fight. That was a hell of a good fight. Lee certainly got delayed a lot. Both drivers are still in sponsor objectives. Yeah, we will need to box one more time, but so will some others. So 24 is done. We're going to finish 25. We want to finish 26 on these tires. And yeah, percentage-wise, we're exactly where we were before. So we're going to end up with exactly the same situation here with Balky. We've got a 5-second gap between the 2 cars now. I'm really not worried about boxing them on the same lap. So we're going to go back to pushing here with Monty. There you go. She just entered the lowest performance band. So we'll push, just keep an eye on the temperature. But other than that, we're okay. Look on the conserve just for a sec here. Just do just one sector, basically, with some tire conserve is all we're looking for, really. Oh, but we are pitting this lap. So, boom, 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 boom. Parts are good. And I guess we're going to be boxing with both, so do this. Boom, boom, and that. Let's go ahead and use the ERS before we actually go into the box. Go. Pull back on that. Pull back on this. Coming into the pits. A mistake would be devastating, though, because that would definitely cause an awkward double stack. But there you go, fairly clean. Lost some position there, but it's not actually an issue. We're done with our pitting now, and fuel is good over here. We can definitely go into orange with alky. I mean, not until the end. We'll have to cycle back and forth. But so far, so good. We're going to look for a good ERS opportunity here as we come around this hairpin, and we'll just do some burn to catch up, and we'll do the same thing with Monty here. Good. Alright, let's go conserve here. We're quite close. But yeah, being able to burn through the pits too can help. You just didn't quite get there. I was going to say, people who are pit stopping, you can sometimes just get a little ahead of them. Who's that? That's Lee. He's like our rival here. Repairs for Piaget. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Good eye, you guys. I'm making sure that I don't miss some button presses. I can't always stare at those. We can get right... Oh, shit, we're being blue flagged now? Now we're getting lapped. Now, Becker... So this is... Yeah, this is Becker. I'm betting Becker's going to try to make it to the end. I don't know. The gap between Becker and Lippanen, like first and second, is 34 seconds. No, Becker's not going to be able to make it. There's 9 more laps. Best case scenario, let's say they've got God tier wear and things like that. 15, maybe 16 laps. I mean, maybe Becker tries to make it to the end. That feels pretty hard to believe. So I think we're going to unlap ourselves in the pits and probably not actually end up being lapped in the end. The only thing is the blue flag, we're pulling over to let them come by right now. It's going to hurt a bit of our speed until they get through. Part of me is like, listen, just get by, like, now. Thank you. Then we'll go back to yellow here, while we're not dealing with being blue flagged. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, try to stay keep pace as much as possible. And then when Becker makes a move on Lee, we might be able to squeeze by right then. We're sort of looking to keep our charge up for that. So we've got, like, positive fuel delta now because we did get lapped, but we'll probably get unlapped. So we're not really gaining on Lee or anything. I guess that's 7 seconds to Lee, just realizing. Not to first place, which is kind of useful, but yeah, they're actually pulling away. Let's do a little pushing here. Lee shouldn't have to box again. Unless their tires... Like, it's possible that they're not going to use their tires quite as carefully as we are. It's possible Lee will actually be a little short on those mediums. And that would be interesting. They're forced to, like, box right at the end. We got a fair amount of charge on both, but we're not currently close to anyone on either car. I missed 4 crashes. You do that. Yeah, I know, right? Well, we've been playing bumper cars. You just keep slamming into people. No, they just keep, like, running off the road into some walls. Not a single safety car, though. Just yellow flags. I'll go to medium here for a sec, because we're not actually in duel. There's no one actually in the boxes right now. Forsyth's in the pits. I wonder... Can we get out ahead of them? Or they're pitting, maybe. Oh, they're definitely in there. And coming out. Okay. And Rib is behind us and Erzing. But they're not right on us yet. So I'll conserve. Keep pushing on the tires. I think they're going to get close to us with their ERS charge. But that's about it. We've got a lot of charge on Balky. So we'll go ahead and just burn it here. We're going to have to keep being strategic, Monty. Monty's doing a great job of being a blocker, though, and slowing up the pack. And really helping us stay in the points positions and in the sponsor objectives. That's nice that Vidal's down here. They're still going to earn points for their team. Van Cloyson, though, is going to earn more. I think they're going to earn more points than we are. like our CEO is going to be happy because we are, you know, we're definitely going to exceed expectations. But in terms of actually gaining points for our relative position, I don't think much is going to happen there, which is too bad. Go back down to neutral here. All right. Oh yeah, you're right. Vidal is going to have to box. Van Cloyson won't, but Vidal will. So they're going to end outside of the points most likely, which is nice. Charge is getting pretty high on Monty. We'll use a little bit of it, since obviously we're not having to save too much for defense. Rib's only at 37. Lee's got 80% charge. So we're not really going to get to use the close in with Lee. Yeah, we already... I put the tires back down to yellow for the temps. Plus, I don't actually want to get her into the bottom performance band too early. We'll go ahead and use some charge here on the pit straight. Just to consume a little bit of energy. All right. Okay, so yeah, we're unlapped. We've got, yeah, and this is to be expected. We were gonna get a legitimate positive fuel delta. Actually, definitely on Balky. Balky can probably just finish the race on orange here, if not even squeeze in a tiny bit of red. But there's like no one nearby though. Like I don't think we're gonna really gain anything. No one's in the box. I don't know. We'll burn down the pit straight again, just to say. Open up the DRS flap. Can I get a bird? No, it's just the game! I don't know why the birds are so loud here in, Where are we? Guildford. Guildford. I don't know why the birds are so loud in Guildford. But they're just really happy birds. I think that there's not going to be any more drama. I mean, unless there's a crash. Unless there's a crash. There's not really going to be any more drama here at the end of the race. Wig in boxing, that doesn't really matter for us, but we'll go ahead and still use some charge on this pit straight. Is that Lee in front of us? No, that's 16th place. Which they will have to move aside. No, first place. We are going to get lapped. So, we were supposed to have 2 more laps here, but this might be our final lap. It's not going to be for Balky. Can I just boost and stay a little further? I don't know if that actually works here. Yeah. No, we're being forced to slow down. So, we'll just, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't know actually how the blue flag behavior works, and if we're actually being slowed down by this. It might just give them a huge boost to the actual overtake. So, Monty's just finishing her race now. This is the end of Monty's race. Alright! Well, that was a thing that happened. And we're definitely going to be good with Balky's fuel and tire, actually.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
16-7 first. Looks like a bug. Yeah, I know, right? Because of the double lapping and things. That's the thing with these short tracks. Hey, Name Moose! Friend of mine wanted to know if the Ontarian French... Hold on. Making sure nothing weird happens. Yay! Okay. If the Ontarian French for 90 is 90, or no, it's 90, and 80 is 80 as well. So we don't use, what is it, 80 and 90, or whatever they are? No. Moose, I don't understand why humans have different languages, but I thought maybe you should know. Yeah. So it's funny quirks of French. There's actually, like, sort of 3 different versions, because some people use the actual, a special word for 80, and some places don't, and some use an actual special word for 90, and some places don't. In French, what we're getting at here is the French word for 90 is literally, it's 420-10. 420s plus 10 is the word for 90, and 80 is 420s every day. But there's some areas in, I think Belgium in particular, maybe Switzerland, French-speaking areas, where they will use an actual word for 80 and an actual word for 90. Right, you're right. In 70s, 70s. Yeah, but that's, I mean, that's to a certain extent, that's the same in English. What is 70? 7 tens. and things like that, right? So like you break it down, and even in English, some of the words are kind of like that, like all the teens, you know, or 70, 17, 7 tens, 7 and 10, right? 17 is 7 and 10. 70 is 7 tens, which is a little weird. In Belgium, we have 70. Okay, 70, 80, 90 in Belgium. And even then, I don't know if it's consistent everywhere. I don't know if there's one version of the official, like, you know, taught in school version. But yeah, there's some weird ass shit. Wait, that was the penalty. So we came in 5th and 7th, which is really good. I would have been a lot happier if we come out of Van Cloysen, because they're our primary opponent over here. Mostly, it's just, like, bizarre that there's so many accidents that really shook things up. Ria has not changed her relative position in the rankings. Chica did, though. She went up a notch, just ahead of Surikov. So that's nice there. And... wow, okay, so Windsor Racing was our competition. Windsor Racing was in 5th. They actually shot ahead to 4th, as expected. But I didn't realize this, Panther Racing did not make much in the way of points. And we made a ton. So even though we're not catching up to Windsor Racing, it turns out we're catching up to Panther Racing. There's still a chance for us to get into 5th place over here. And Denmark used 20s as well. Yeah, counting in chunks of 20s. The other thing that's interesting is the counting system in India is like the base is like in 10,000s or in 100,000s, where their splits are. Something like that. Someone in chat will know, and then will know the names. But I had no idea about it, and was like, wait, what? Oh my gosh! In 10,000s. Crore and Locke, yeah. Crore is like 10,000, and then Locke is like 10,000 10,000s or something like that. So yeah, expect to come in 6th. We came in 3rd. So Chairman's super happy. Marketability went up as well, which is nice. Our morale everywhere is pretty good shape. And Ria's still gaining some skills along the way. 1.5 million. We got our sponsor objective for the race. Not for the quali, but for the race. And yeah, and they separate it like that. So it's like 1'000. Yeah. Okay, let's check our pit crew hires. All these guys are crap, so they are not coming on board. We'll rotate the pit crew afore we forget. Again, I don't really care about the fixing stamina, because we don't really do the fixes, so that doesn't matter. We just want to make sure mostly the tires and the jackers. That's what matters here. Sitting at 0%. Unless we can get us 0.1% on the rear jack. I guess it'll be that. And yeah, these guys, like, yeah, the mistake chance over here. I mean, does it matter? Like, again, we don't do any fixing, so I don't know if it matters. But I guess we could put in Rao over here. I guess Rappa we could just leave, like, because I mean, I could put Searle in here for 0% mistake chance, but we're not doing mistakes, so I don't know if it gets shared with the rest of the team or whatever. But there we go. Pit crew contracts are fine. They should all be at 9 races. Yeah, barring someone I recently hired. Those will be slightly more, but as a whole, we should be at 9s. So that's looking okay. I mean, I guess I could go through and click everyone just to do it anyway. But Holden, sure, of course we'd want Holden on our team. I don't think that's going to happen, but we can pretend. Let's do some repairs. Right, a bunch of sponsors are going to be coming in. We can wait a little bit. Part improvements, you're working on that, which is probably fine. Oh, we'll swing it all the way over this way here. Going to that performance. Choose a vote.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Oh, Sabat PR Bale is back. Oh, with the vampire stuff. Hold on. I can't quite read that. Have not been around a lot lately. Stupid Camarilla cores keep me busy and unnecessary stuff. At least our ghouls, Monty and Baldy, are doing good. Always remember, we're the good guys, like the Three Stooges, but with violence and blood parties. The Sabat propaganda machine continues on. So, do we want to propose a thing? Here's the thing. We were discussing it last time. Well, we've discussed it a lot. The pro move is to spec the engine. Our engines are shit. We're not even improving our engine this year. The pro move is actually, if we spec the engine, that would be our best bet. So I think we have to do that. I think we have to spec the engine. It makes the most amount of sense. We have one of the worst engines in the field, and we have no good parts to improve our engine this time. So I think we're going to do that. 40% fuel tank sucks. 80% has strategy. 40% doesn't, because it basically forces 2 stops regardless. I know, like, philosophically, the spec engine sounds terrible, but I think we have to. It's just, like, we want to win. We want to win at game. Yeah, spec the engine, remove it next year. We could consider doing that. I mean, we could just aim for as F1 as possible. But we want, like, this, we want to win, and a spec engine vote, that's some nice, like, that's some nice Camarilla-style politics to, like, screw other people so hard. So hard. I mean, it doesn't matter what the engine performance level is, because the actual number on the performance never matters. On any of the parts. It's just a question of how do you compare to everyone else. And then it divides you into either quarters or fours. I think for parts it's into, quarters or fours is the same thing. Quarters or thirds. I think for parts it divides the parts into thirds, so you're either the fastest, the middlest, or the slowest. And then I think for driver stats it's into quarters. So I'm going to spec the engine because it's actually the best way for us to crush. Alright, sponsor time. What do we got? So they're all second and above, which isn't really tenable for us right now. So we're going to go with Northern Harbor over here. Even though it's a 2-star deal, it does give us £1.25 million and shortish duration with 6. So that's a pretty easy decision. Spec engine sort of the same as F1 freeze? Not exactly, but sure. Let's pretend that's what it is. That's it. We just froze the engine spec. Oil makes cars go vroom! This will certainly make our cars go vroom a little bit more. Hello, Sip Oil. Sure. Let's drill for more oil and destroy the environment. I totally support this if that's what my sponsors wants me to say for lots and lots and lots of money. I can be bought. We are working on a car part, right? Yeah, okay. Working on your gearbox. Good stuff. There you go. Public vote for spec engines. We should have a bunch of voting power. So we're going to vote for the spec engine. And, yeah, I'm just going to go nuts over here. It might not succeed. £1 million gone. God damn it. Well, we tried hard to win, and the game is like, no, we're going to be purists. So I don't know if that makes everyone happy or no one happy in chat, but we are where we are. Let's design another gearbox. Still not going to design an engine because our parts for the engine this year are still garbage. So we'll improve what we can. Hey, the man! Told you to do the fuel tank. We had to try spec. I know. Well, and the thing is, I think the last time we did a vote, I used 1 voting power. If I hadn't done that, we would have... Well, it would have been a tie, but I think in the case of a tie, it does pass the change. I'm not sure, though. Ooh, these are... I mean, that's not helpful. I guess I can throw this one in for more max. Or this one's actually more max without the reliability hit. Or we could just go and do this one illegally. Which ends up being this plus that plus that. Just for next year. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Because honestly, I don't know if there's a chance we can end up 5th overall, but there's not that much of a chance. I know I have a -1 detection, but like, what am I gonna do? Spend $1 million for this? This is still crap. So now, like, oh, there's no risk, but it's garbage. Why would we do that? I can't do the random legendary. We'd have to get to the next level. But we could make one illegal, and I could make a second illegal one or something with the random legendary, or actually there's just more illegal part over here. Or we do this and not make it illegal. Yeah, actually, with plus 20 is better than plus 25, which is a little bit less work. I guess that's true. We could just quickly burn through it with this. And that for just a super quick part development. Just a throwaway so that we can do one with the legendary. That's not bad. I think I still need to use a great part to be able to unlock the epic knowledge. So it doesn't make a difference which one of these I use. Certainly I don't want to spend $1 million. So we'll just do this. So this is going to be our throwaway part. Yeah, need a great part for the next tier. So this is going to be very short to develop. I guess this one's not kicking in because we're not spending the $1 million? Oh, no, it is kicking in. There's like components -3 days, but it's clearly less than that. Oh, +3 from component choices. Okay, yeah, so we're netting -3 overall because the components are adding their own times, but that's still good. So burn through this very quickly. This is a part we're not interested in anyway. Using the designer one doesn't cost money. Oh, you're right. And I think still gives us the knowledge. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. We want to use this one because of the time saving. We're not going to use all designer parts. Okay. Good. Thank you. Well spotted, folks. We just barely got in for the $1 million for the extra time sync. So it kind of all lined up perfectly. It's as cheap as possible while still being as fast as possible. All right, so we're working that. This new gearbox. Now, if we are going to make another one, like, I guess we'll stop worrying about this one. We'll do this. We'll still improve this because this is, I think, one we're going to carry forward to the next season in terms of stats. We're about to get a great one that's going to be crap, so we're going to ignore. So it'll probably be the good part and then whatever legendary one we end up producing here. Chat is smart. Sometimes. Chat is mostly chaos. Sometimes they roll a 20. Did we finish the gearbox right before the race? Yeah, okay. Very convenient. So we'll start this now. So we'll go with the random legendary. So do we make this one we're actually going to use? I think the answer is probably. The problem is the great parts are not, they're not a good fit. That's only in quality. Oh, that's pretty strong. These are illegal, and this one's not useful for us. So we probably just grab the +25 to max? Or the extra, no, that's just a +20. I mean, it's cheaper, but... So we could do this to actually use this one, depending on the great component. Or we say we're not using this year, in which case we go that, and then I guess still the +20.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
I could do the 2, yeah, but it's so expensive. I mean, I'm spending 2 picks for a net +60. Or I could spend, 2 picks. I mean, admit it. Well, this is for the illegal version. Yeah, I guess the +40 and max over here. because it's a 1632 as a max. We got whiskey and chocolate. One sec here. If this plus 35 was bigger, I'd probably take it. Because there's no guarantee this is going to give us better than the 35, but I think this is our best bet. I don't think we can do an actual legendary. Yeah, we don't have the, we can't do one with an actual legendary, but you're right. We could do a legal one here, and then one that's even more just illegal for... Yeah, we're just going to build this one for next year, and I think it's going to be this way. I mean, we could do this. But there's a chance the random legendary will be better than the plus 35. It's too bad it's acceleration and reliability. If it was just all acceleration, then it would be a no-brainer to do this, because it would be just a much bigger number. If this was another plus 60 at plus 1 risk, or it might be plus 70 at plus 1 risk, that'd be like a no-brainer here. But I think we'll YOLO for the random. So it's a doubly illegal, 1632 cap right now, plus whatever the random legendary gives us. The random can definitely be bigger than 35, for sure. Because it could, like, you know, the equivalent of this thing, basically. Yeah, we'll YOLO it, and we'll see what we get. So we're not going to be using this part because it's going to be illegal, but it's going to be prepped for next year. Okay. So what was the whiskey and chocolate there? Refresh, 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 refresh faster, faster. There you go. It's from Gilvoro. Thank you very much, Gilvoro. Hey, Quill, thanks for all the great content. Have you ever considered making a mod for a Paradox game as a programming tool? I have. Also RimWorld. But I haven't. But I would like to, and it might be something. Yes. A Stellaris with chat's help seems like it might be humorous. A custom Stellaris mod? Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. So is the point to make something illegal and put it on after the last race cured? You don't even have to put it on, Berkey. As long as you own the part, what happens is, at the end of the year, for each category, the 2 parts with the best pure numerical performance. It ignores everything else. You know, any of those, it's like a bonus during race or bonus during qualifying, during wet, or anything like that. None of those traits matter. It's only this number right over here. The 2 parts in each category with the highest number, whether it's legal or illegal, doesn't matter. That number gets carried over to the next season. So that's why you make these illegal parts that are just focused on trying to ramp up the performance number as high as possible, and then you can carry that forward, which is kind of nice. So maybe we will use this gearbox then. We'll plan on getting this gearbox in here, because we actually will use it. Because we're doing an illegal gearbox now. We could potentially do a legal one, but I think it's going to be too late. I don't think we bother with it. So we're going to be planning on using this great part over here, because it's not actually illegal. Hold on, it's not actually that bad. I forgot that we like tanked the stats on it. Never mind. This average gearbox is better than this great gearbox. We just tanked it to make it fast and cheap so we'd unlock the legendary one. So we're actually not going to use the great gearbox at all. And we have to remember that and not click it just like force a habit, because it ain't no good. Although, does it have anything conditional? It does have the plus 60 acceleration in qualifying, which is interesting. So in quali, this gearbox is a lot better than the average one. I don't think it's worth it. Plus, then we'd have to put effort into the reliability and everything. Okay. I think we are going to the race. So we're going to Milan. It's 26 laps, so they're quite long laps. We're unlikely to get lapped, to use the word lap a lot. Low tire wear, and we're actually going to be on fairly hard tires over here. It's going to be clear every day, predicted, not overly hot. Well, we're going to take the play sport over here. Since it's not super hot, the softer tires are a little bit tempting. We don't know exactly what the tire wear is going to work out to be, though. I think I'm going to do this, because it's possible this will end up being a medium race again, at least for Monty. And since I've come to the conclusion that I don't think getting the soft tire knowledge matters for quali, And if we're not going to equip the soft tire knowledge for race day, I think I'm not even going to bother practicing on softs at any point. I'm just going to practice on mediums to get medium knowledge. Which mostly is only going to be something that matters if turns out Balky's going to do all mediums or whatever, because then Balky will run medium knowledge. But in practice, we might not need any knowledge for our tires whatsoever, because Balky's doing a big split, then it's not going to come up. But she's got the extra slot, so we may as well do that. We don't know if we might just be able to do one pin on hard. We'll see. I mean, it might be. We've got to bring a hard no matter what. Hey, Fang! Did you ever decide if you're going to do a Crusader Kings 3 run with the Vampire mod? Not right now. We tried out the Vampire mod last Saturday, and to me, there's still some aspects that I would like to see developed a little bit more before we commit to it. It's very interesting, but there will be another Crusader Kings Let's Play at some point soon. I'm sure of it, but I don't know if it'll be a Vampy one. I don't think there's anything we need to do with parts. We should be running all of the best part. That's not true. But yeah, the reliability on this is too low, and this one, the stats is too crap. I think I need to increase my reliability work slider, but we'll take a look at that afterwards. So we're just going to go with the cars as configured and go. Temple of Speed. Yeah, it's a little like Monza. We're not going to do double hard, because I don't think... I mean, it's possible that you can do, yeah, like a one-stop by going hard, but I think it's just way too slow. Way too slow. Test track, yeah, maybe. We'll have to check our money. It would be nice to do some more building upgrades. We did do some this season, though. So, 28 laps, right? Where's the 26 laps? It's 26 laps. We can one stop on mediums. Theoretically, with really low tire wear, we could do medium soft. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't no stop on hards. We could do hard soft. If there's a safety car, well, we don't know if it's going to be early or late, in which case there's no way to optimize. But like medium soft or soft medium is very possible if there's a safety car at the right time to stretch some of the tire wear out, but we have no way to depend on that. I think we go medium medium. And the thing is, so clearly Monty can do it, but clearly Balky's going to be able to do it as well. We won't even need the reduced tire wear trait on the mediums. So both drivers are going to be able to go medium race trim as their configuration. Oh, shit. That's great.
With reduced tire wear, can you go medium soft? The trait is only reduced tire wear on mediums, her Rios trait, and I don't know if that would save us enough to go medium soft. But since we can go medium without the reduced tire wear trait at all, and instead we can take the 15% improved medium performance, I think that's going to be the winner for both cars. Yeah, the AI won't have a problem with tires either, which does mean the fact that they have just purely better performing cars is going to kind of suck for us. They're just going to beat us on the fact that they have, you know, actual engines. We need degenerate gambling with predictions in chat. It would be fun to have, like, a gambling bot for these races, right? You could, like, spend your, the channel points, the Petra points, and, like, place bets on things. That would be interesting. Okay, so we're going to try it with less downforce and see what that does for us. We'll tick the handling one direction, and we'll go longer with the gear ratio over this way. Let me bring the handling a little bit back, and then see what that does. But we're at 90% already, which ain't bad. get 90% here too. Interesting. We got great downforce, so we'll just give it a bit of a nudge to see if how that changes. We'll stiffen the suspension a fair bit, and the speed balance, tell you what, we'll give it a slightly bigger nudge, and we'll see where that goes for us. See if it goes to good. It's still great. What happens there? There's a betting system with channel points on Twitch, but only one can be active at a time. What do you mean only one? Yeah, I should look into it. And it would probably mostly make a lot more work for the mods or for me. It might be a little distracting, but it could... Oh, only one bet at a time? Yeah, but... What do you mean by one bet? Like... Oh, because we've got two drivers. That's what you're saying. Okay, so we'd only be betting on, say, where Balky might finish. As opposed to being able to bet on both Balky and Monty. But we could also bet on, like, overall finish, right? Which would be 1 through 10th. What's interesting about that, it's a little fuzzier. It's a little hard to see until we literally get to the final score screen where it tells us, like, you know, the chairman, we predicted 6th, and you came in 4th. Yeah. Or best team bet, yeah. That's true. It would be nice to be able to buy, like, a bunch of different tickets, right? I mean, I'm going to get the trifecta on this, you know, get the full horse gambling thing. Okay, so the downforce does need to be a little higher because we went from great to good. So I'll go to the left of the previous great and see what happens there. We were great on the handling. We're still great on the handling, which probably means the excellent is somewhere in between, which that might have done for us. The speed was good, became great, and now has been moved. We should get actually a fair amount of information if I just send Monty out like this. Whoa, hey! We got the purple downforce, which is the best to get purple right away because it doesn't get moved by anything else. The handling was okay, became good. I believe that means we overshot the great spot. I'm going to do this. Speed was great, is still great. What I might do is something like that. Maybe not so much. Just try to get it in between the two over there, and the handling still like that. Okay, let's see what this does for Balky. Whoa! Triple purple! Triple purple! Oh! 99%. Okay, well, Monty's done, so you can go and do race trims 12 laps at a time. That's going to be fine. We'll give you a slightly higher burn over there. And we're getting very close on Balky as well. Wow, that's excellent, great, and we're only at 95%. About great. Great. We're in between the two greats and speed. I'm betting we're very close to excellent over here in the speed balance. It's probably mostly the handling, because we just hit our first great over here for the handling. It was good there, it became great. Let's go ahead and nudge it a little softer over here and see what that does for the handling. So, Balky, I'll get you to come right back in. The fabled triple purple. There we go. So, I mean, we still don't know where the excellent speed balance is, but we're at 98%. I'm going to call that good enough. So we'll just give you a full fuel up, go out on race trim, and actually we can go ahead and send both of these over to red, and we'll push the tires as well. Go, 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 go. So yeah, we want level 3 in both the tires and the race trim, because that is actually what we're going to be using on race day. Medium tires, race trim, knowledge. And I'll probably bring you both in now. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Okay. So, we're going to keep going on these tires. Because we don't think that the soft trim actually matters for quality. And then Balky can use the sweet spot things. So we'll just put you out on quality trim. Done, done, done. Without using up some more tires. Purple, purple, purple. So nice to see. Yeah, you're going to go out for quality trim. And same thing. I mean, I guess we... No, I don't want to use any soft tires. I want to have, like, full tire availability. So Monty's not actually going to have, like, a double set of knowledge to take advantage of during qualification. Setup knowledge. No, I think it's just that just zooms in your, like, the green bars. I think the higher setup knowledge just shrinks that down as far as I know. It doesn't seem to arrive anywhere else. But I don't know, maybe it does. Yeah, I don't think... unless I'm wrong. I'm starting to think that the soft knowledge doesn't actually matter for quality. Unless the qualifying rules are different. Theoretically, the soft knowledge won't have any impact on quality. It might turn out that's not the case. It feels like it should have impact, so maybe we should keep playing as if it does. But based on my code delve, it shouldn't, because it should just be reducing 0-second penalty by 15%, i.e. do nothing. I might have to delve into code again to see if there's a difference in how it works during qualifying. Nope, we're burning down our tires, but our placement over here is not, like, 13th and 16th fastest. So, which is kind of where we're supposed to be, annoyingly. We're unlikely to meet the sponsor objective, so we'll go quality trim, sweeter spots. And then, yeah, for Rhea, it doesn't matter, because we're not using the medium tire, obviously. Car setup's fine, soft tires are ready to go. Done, done, done. Take quali. Wait for the first batch of cars to go out. Okay, they're all out. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You got sweeter spots. Hopefully it helps you, Balky. Why don't you be overheated anyway? Alright, perfect, great. Unfortunately not double perfect, but the sweeter spots definitely made a difference there. 19th! Monty, what are you doing? Oi! So 1 minute lapse. It's amazing, because it's like, there's not a lot of laps on this one. Is it worth using one set of softs to do 2 qualifying laps? I don't know. I don't think so. I think using the fresh is probably better. Again, we're going to try to get more people out so that we can get a little bit more tire grip before we do our lap. Okay. We're really waiting until the last possible second to send these guys out. They should be able to do their outlap fast enough, though. Because it's just a minute for a regular lap. The outlap's a little slower, but not much. It's getting low. All right, Monty's starting hot. There we go. They're both starting their hot laps. Martin last. That's a really bad quality for Monty. That's really bad. But so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the soft tire knowledge does come into play. I'm betting the mechanics work slightly differently in qualifying. So we'll get soft tire knowledge going forward. Balky had the advantage of the sweeter spots, so it didn't really matter. It might be better, though. It might not be enough for the soft tires. Maybe just taking the sweeter spots for consistency is better. But yeah, medium race trim on both is going to be the plan. Because as far as we know, we will be able to one-stop this with the medium tires. What's the temperature? 20 degrees. Okay. Should be very stable. And yeah, 26 laps. Yeah, track relies on engines, and we have garbage engines. So it's going to be an issue. We will go ahead and put both engines in high mode for here. I'm not going to push the tires. We do have some extra laps in here. We could, well, you know what? Maybe the first lap, we'll go ahead and do it. But I do want to avoid the lowest performance band if we can. But yeah, we'll start off on double orange. And see what we can do. Some people starting on hard, some people starting on soft. I don't know. We might be lucky here with like the real sweet spot with our tire strat. I don't know. The people on softs, I mean, they might be going soft to hard or something, or they might be just going to go soft, soft, soft. I think soft to hard might be less good than medium, medium. Soft, soft, soft might turn out to be surprisingly good, though. I don't know. All right, and away we go. 13th and 19th, and actually Monty is going to be falling behind here on the straight as well. We just don't have the pure engine strength for this race. It's so brutal. So we're getting, when a part is crucial, you get doubly penalized for having bad stats in it. So we're taking a massive hit to our overall performance by not having that part be in prime condition here. We probably want to hammer the ERS as soon as we can on the straight. I think we got to complete a full lap before it's enabled though, which makes it a little awkward to activate like now. Maybe we'll wait on the back straight, and then we'll go ahead and slap it. I think the plan was to go and bring... Well, okay. Let's leave it in push here. Go. Go. We'll leave him on double orange while we're ERSing. Valky got caught behind someone in a very awkward way. But we are definitely making up some places. Okay. I'm going to go and start preserving the tires so they don't get burned through too quickly. th and 15th, although Monty's going to lose a place here. 13th. So Valky's actually lost a place overall from the start of the race. That is disappointing. Block crushing the times. Still in second overall, although it wouldn't surprise me if she came in. Although, yeah, Becker is like... I don't know if Becker's gotten better or if his car's gotten better, but Lavoie used to dominate everything, and now it's... Oh, we got a crash right away. Yellow flag, no safety. I think we'll do a big ERS challenge. Maybe on the pit straight here. And it's not like we can overtake with the yellow flag sector, wherever that was anyway. But yeah, I think on the pit straight, we'll give a big speed boost and try to get ahead of some of the cars on the train. We have the bingo going. Go, 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 go. Boom! Zooms into 11th. Falls a little short from being able to take another position over here. Monty overtook a couple of drivers. That's nice, too. So 11th and 14th. Actually, Valky's still making gains on 10th place here. Lee, I don't know why Lee is falling behind. Lee's using some ERS now. Maybe I can just counter a little bit here. That was interesting. Who do you need to beat now? So Team Predator, which is... Or Panther, sorry. We're Predator. Panther, which is the purple team. The deep purple, not the sort of light magenta. But, so Surikov and Piaget, actually. Those are currently our challengers for 5th place. If we can beat them, we might be able to slip into 5th place this race, actually. Surikov's always pretty beastly, though. I don't know about Piaget. They seem to have some issues. Belky, can I just try to keep you ahead of this person? Thank you. Lee's car might not be ideal for this track. We're doing surprisingly well so far. I was not expecting us to be in this position. Actually, Monty could do some real overtaking here. There's 1 and 2 cars. No, she's going to fall just short of getting the second one. But she did overtake one person. I don't know if she'll be able to get past Rib. She's currently splitting, I don't know who Team Magenta is. Velan. She's splitting Team Velan. Meanwhile, Balky. Yeah, you're going to get past there. And probably not much that can be done about it. Yeah, I may have actually just wasted the RS there, since it had already happened, and an re-overtake was pretty poor. Lee used a lot of charge getting this work done. Okay, let's start on use soft mid in the early pit. Yeah, that's right, there's a little pit marker. AI doing AI things. Let's give Monty a bit of a boost here on the pit straight. There we go. So as long as she gets the angle right. 1, 2 overtakes. Very nice. And ooh, who's that in 14th? The Graph wasn't able to squeeze past Ribeiro. Oh, teammates! Side by side. Always the sort of thing you want to see as a team manager, team principal. Never makes them nervous at all. So we got Balky and Monty, 11th and 12th. That's nice to see. So Balky's gained 1 place overall. Monty's gained 7 overall. Having a hell of a race. But, I mean, we might be hitting the limits of our mechanics at this point in terms of our total potential. So we need to complete 13 laps on these tires. We should be fine for that. What we'll do is we'll run an orange until we box, and then we'll switch to yellow in terms of fuel modes, and then we'll be able to get a little bit more orange afterwards as well. Go for a big ERS refill in your solo pit? Maybe. Oh yeah, actually, we might be a little bit awkward here, because being one after the other, we are going to be... we're at risk of some double stacking problems. 1.5 second gap between these two right now. Well, what we can do then, with Monty, I'll put Monty on medium engine mode right now, because she's got to conserve more fuel anyway. We'll leave Balky on orange. I think the tire temps might be going down on yellow here. That's interesting. Balky's got tons of charge as well. We might be able to get a little bit... Oh, Monty's fallen behind a fair bit here. Okay. Hang on. Let's keep this going. We're both going to do a big ERS. Maybe around this hairpin here, actually. Go and hit it. Oh, maybe I should have waited for that chicane, in hindsight. Yeah. After the chicane might be when we want to hit the go juice. Vroom! Up into 6th and 10th is pretty good as well. And a big gap that we don't have to worry about the double stack. So currently working on lap 11. So again, we want to box when we are doing our 13th lap. 479 kph, is that really our speed that we hit? Wow, this really is the temple of speed. I have become speed. Whee! Alright. So, I mean, we're just finishing lap 11. Boom. So we're now working on lap 12. So lap 12 and lap 13. Our tires are fine. In fact, I think we can go and give them a push. Which we expected, actually. They're just... There you go. It's perfect timing. We stayed outside of the lowest performance band for as long as possible. Now that we're in it, we'll go ahead and push the tires. We have 2 laps to go. I don't think we can red the tires here. But certainly we can orange them. Both dark purples in last place. Oh, wow. Box for hards as well. So Surikov isn't going to have to box again. Fine. But is doing that on hards. We're only going to be hitting 1 time as well and doing it on mediums. And yet Pierre gets far back. They had a shit strategy. This is really good for us. Especially if we end up in the points. Right now, we're both in the points. Don't know if we're going to stay there, but we will see. So, there you go. After the chicane, we'll go ahead and urge them again. We're just finishing lap 12 here. There we go. So now we are going to plan on boxing. Everything is looking good. We're going to be pitting for mediums. We'll go for 75% charge. If we break it, though, I mean, that's high risk. I don't know. I think I'll just do the 50. We could split the strat. We could do the 50 on Balky. You want to do the 75 on Monty, maybe? Let's do the 75 on Monty. We just have to make sure that we really aren't going to be having any charge when she's coming into the pits. But that should be fine, especially if we burn off whatever we've got in the chicane. Even then, actually, I don't think she's going to make 25% per lap. A lot of action over here, but it's okay. We're going to be boxing anyway, so the net position here doesn't matter as much exactly. Can't get past Becker. Yeah, dude, it's the best driver on the field, I'm just saying. There we go. And there we go. Coming into box. So we're going to come out on yellow, yellow. They called me Yellow Yellow. Quite rightly. Very clean pit. Balky exiting just as Monty comes in. And I think with Monty, we're really... Well, maybe I'll... Go on at Urs now? With Monty, I think we will. Because we've got an overtake opportunity right there. And we got so much charge. I don't know how the acceleration out of the pits, work out. 14th place did it as well. All right, stop. We'll use it. We'll find a better spot. We'll just save it for our little chicane. Would have been nice to do an immediate overtake. That's not the chicane that I boost at. Put Balky back on high mode here. Just trying to hold. There we go. Nice. And this is our boost chicane. 1 and 2. Now, we can save some with Balky, because you're not actually working to overtake. And the same thing's true with Monty. It's a nice place to use a little bit of power. Okay, actually, that worked out that we... Because of the boost, we probably got ahead of... Who's that? Lee. It's quite nice. Now, Surikov and Piaget are ahead of us. We're going to have to overtake. Piaget's going to be boxing in then, though. That's for sure. So we probably get a free overtake there. The big question is, can we catch up to Surikov? Huge question mark. It's feeling pretty good. Who's this in 13th? Forsyth. He's right on our ass. Monty was closing in a little bit. We can keep oranging Balky for a little longer, especially with her higher engine efficiency. At least until these two have like rebalanced, and then maybe we'll put it back on yellow. But we can actually go. What the hell? Unacceptable. Immediately. There you go. Thank you. Do the chicane. Burn a little bit of charge here. Actually, some people are in the pits. I think I'll do the same thing with Monty here, is I'll do this and hopefully might make a difference for getting ahead of someone coming out of the pits. That's one. May not have been necessary, but what the hell, right? Alright, I'll go ahead and medium engine mode Balky here, who's going to end up with a positive fuel delta faster than Monty. We're catching up to Surikov, 4.3 seconds. That's our target. Getting ahead here, and then ideally we get into 7th for our sponsor objective, which I think is very doable. That was actually helping Monty. What was? Did I hit 100% battery on Monty? Maybe just, but I don't think for very long, right? I don't think so. Why are we at 7.2 seconds? Is that number right? Am I getting confused about something? Was that time not quite a bit shorter? Was there still someone else? There was someone between Surikov and Balky that may have balked. Maybe that's what was going on there. Yeah, that was Forsyth we're catching up to. Okay. What, Monty? Holy shit, Monty! I want to win too, but I'm not sure. Oh, Surikov used the ERS. I'm not sure that this is the winning move. Yeah, under investigation for cutting corners. I object. Under investigation for cutting corners. Clearly she wasn't cutting corners. What are you talking about? Hope I don't get a penalty. Yeah. No action taken! I think it still cost her tons of time, which is probably why they didn't penalize her, right? If you didn't actually gain an advantage from an action like that, they're not going to give you a penalty because, like, well, you already cost yourself a ton. Because I think she went through really slowly when she was cutting the grass over there. Okay, 7.2, closing in slightly. He's on more worn, harder tires. Hopefully we can close in here. At least Piaget's behind us, although not by much. And actually, 2.1 seconds behind. And probably closing. Indeed, that's exactly what's happening. That makes me unhappy. I'm just going to try to save up my charge here. And there's no one in the pits right now. Monty will probably 100% on the next lap, so we'll make sure to hit her button. Yeah, so Piaget is really closing in. Really closing in. I'd not like to see this. And yeah, we're not actually gaining on Surikov. Okay, coming in through the chicane. So go. And go. There's a lot of space to work with over here. Pull back on the Rs as we go through this corner here. So we gave Monty a little bit of space between her and Piaget, but we haven't really closed in on Surikov, who's now ERSing. Our best bet is if Surikov was right behind someone getting slowed up, but that's not what's happening here. I think the lack of our engine is causing some issues. Here's Rocky. Okay, turn it off. Make sure to defend. And actually, you're fine. Those numbers are okay. Alright, fuel deltas are getting there. Are you just going to pass us sitting down? And Monty lost. What the? Isn't there just like a 1 second gap? It must have been a big ERS from Piaget? Shit. Is it? No, that's the other chicane. That's not our ERS chicane. It's coming around here, which I think we will use. Go Valky, go. Go. This is the one. We really need Monty to get ahead of 12th. That's a big ask here. No. So we're back ahead of Forsyth, which is good, but we are not, like, Surikov is pulling away from us. In fact, we're going to end up behind both of our opponents' cars. Doesn't really matter here because there's no points, right? So the Piaget-Montero race doesn't actually matter so much, unless there's a bunch of other pitting that happens. And speaking of, Cujo's in the pits. As we're coming up on the pit straight, let's try to make sure to come out ahead of him, which happened there. What about Monty? Monty is not, unfortunately. Forsyth. Who's boxing? Lee's going to be pitting. 2 laps remaining. I think we can go and orange these tires now. Come on, Belky. Get in there. Get! This is a sponsor objective, too. Oh, hello. Actually, I didn't realize there was people in the pits here. Vroom. I mean, we're not getting ahead of Piaget, but that is going to help with the sponsor objective. That's very nice. Surikov boxed? What? Wasn't he on hards? That had like... Was it just me, or did the hards look like they have like 30% left? Well, shit. Now the big thing is, if Monty could get ahead of Piaget, that would be massive. Bit of an ERS boost there. Is this our... Yeah, this is our ERS corner, so we're going to do that defensively. But it's almost like the more interesting race now is with Monty. Although Balky's in a better position to earn more just raw points. But, okay, we are going into the last lap now. This is the final lap. Okay, bit of defend there. Hated using some charge because I'd rather use the challenge Piaget, but I really want to keep Monty in the points. I'm not sure we can. Partanen's got a much better car. Yeah. ERS chicane here. And here, we use last of the charge. No. Monty not getting any points because of that last minute pass by Partanen, who equipped like fresh hards for some reason. They may have been out of softer compounds. And yeah, Forsyth just passing us at the end, half a second behind the last minute, denying us the sponsor objective. The grass cost Monty, it certainly did. Maybe someone's got illegal parts. One can always hope. Oh, I was like, what? We has no, that was the time penalty from the grass, but no. And it always says the wrong thing there. It says we got a 10-second penalty, but it said we got no penalty in the race itself. So I don't know. It's a kind of a display issue. Dang it. I mean, we're only 11 points behind, and there's a lot of rounds. That's 9 out of 16 rounds. There's a lot of season left. We're barely past the halfway mark. And we are neck and neck, really, with a rival for 5th place right now. Damn. Damn. That was close. That was a hard one. I mean, we knew we would have a hard time at this track. We made a whole 94,000. Because it was very engine dependent. It hurts losing that vote. That sucks. The crew was refreshed just a couple of races ago. So they're all going to be at 8 now, except for the newest tires. But I might do a refresh in between episodes here. So I don't want anyone who's got so low stamina they come in with a mistake chance. These would end up with like a 19 tire. If you had a higher stamina, I might consider it for a 19 tire, but I think that's going to be a no there. So refueling in front jack, but that doesn't actually help us all that much. So that's going to have to be okay. Mail-wise, we got an interview over here. Which one of our drivers is better? I think this just gives whoever I pick a morale boost. I think doing this hurts marketing. So Chica's better. I mean, she always, comes out slightly ahead, right? So yeah, we'll want to spend on something. Which one's the one for the engine? Is it the test track? Yeah. 18 million. It would not leave us with much. I don't know if the test track is going to be the one for us. New part development. We have a part working right here. 18 days away to the new gearbox. Yeah, if Monty didn't go and cut the grass during that race, I think we would have got a double points finish. That's too bad. There's only 5 months remaining on Monty's contract, so of course we're going to have that discussion that we always have. Do we keep these drivers? Do we pick up someone else? Buff says Monty out because Buff is anti-Monty. So we'll see. But we're going to put a cut in here. That is the end of today's stream. Wednesday will be more Imperator Rome as Macedon, which I'm super duper pumped for. I'm really excited. I was actually having a lot of fun playing some Imperator Rome on my own as well. I really like this 2.0 update, and I think our Macedon campaign should continue to be excellent. Make Emma our main driver. Oh, that's pretty funny. Hopefully next year we roll some better parts for our engine. That's the reason we really pursued the spec part, is because we knew we were going to do 0 engine development this year. Because our engine parts were just garbage. There was no reason to try to do any. And it's like, well, we may as well just sink things somewhere else. This is current part knowledge. That's not our limiting, is it? What we really need is we need the next level wind tunnel. Or wait, is the front wing a spec part? Something's a spec part. Is it the front wing? It's the rear wing that's a spec part. So if we're going to do anything... we should probably do the wind tunnel. We should probably start it now. It's 9 million pounds, which isn't even half our pool, and would let us use epic parts of the front wing. Factory's yeah, but the factory costs 35 million pounds. We can't do that now. We could cheap out when we get our end of season money to design our new car. We could cheap out on that car and to get the factory. It would let us improve more parts simultaneously, but we don't really need that. Engine has by far the most impact in performance. I mean, in real life, I don't think in this game. As far as I know, all the parts are weighed equally. And yeah, having access to epic parts means we have access to our designer's legendary part. So I think we need to get the wind tunnel for the front wing unlocked. I think that's going to do really good things for us. Yeah, I think we should do this. Oh, it's also more staff to improve. Yeah, that's true. We'll do this, and then maybe the next thing is going to be the factory. It's going to be really useful to have access to the legendary parts for our front wing. It's not going to cripple us. And then we'll see what our budget is after we do our chassis discussions next time. I'm pretty sure we asked the chair for more money this season already. We can only do it once per season. So we've already done that. Okay. So yeah, it's not painful at all to start developing that. And it'll be useful to have access to that next level part. And then all our parts at that point can be developed up to epic, which means we have access to the legendary designer component, which is really handy. I think after that, the factory is going to be key for us. But yeah. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Again, Wednesday is going to be the Imperator. Saturday is going to be more something. I don't know what. I'm just checking the streams here. Looks like Kiss for Luck is streaming some Elder Scrolls Online, so we're going to go ahead and give her a raid. I'm going to see you guys in a couple of days. Thanks a lot for coming out. Thanks a lot for everyone who followed and subscribed and contributed to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund, and who gave some great advice and made sure I didn't miss too many things. Bye-bye. No, I don't know yet when the Ultimate ADOM is going to be. I think it might be next week, but they're waiting until they do a nice big update for that, so we'll see. Bye-bye.